Kelly on the Sports Tip with your host, David Kelly.
Radio. Just when I thought I was out, they drug me back in.
Featuring J.W. Madden.
Don't tell me about flip-flops, man. I'm a native.
David Amata.
Hey, that's Dragon Ball to you.
And Cricket getting you home with traffic and weather.
Camp on Melt Lemon, not in the left lane on the freeway.
Here we go! And now, a man who has not one, but 3 first names. David Scott Kelly.
And it was a good opening night for your Phoenix Suns.
Out of timeouts, down 3 to Phoenix. Nobody's open. Now here's Harden, and he lost the ball. He couldn't handle it, and the Suns escape with a 116-113 win in overtime. Harden could not handle the inbound pass, and Phoenix with a come-from-behind win.
Yes, indeed. That's how you start an NBA season. A road win, open a new building, spoil the opening of that new building by going in there and getting you some. The Suns start 1-0, 116-113, the win over the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers, not only do they have a new building, but they've got a new fancy logo now. I keep looking at this thing, and I'm like trying to figure it out. It kind of looks a little bit like the Columbus Clippers. I don't know if you know the Columbus Clippers. They used to be a AAA baseball team back in the day when they were the Yankees affiliate for a number of years. And it kind of looks like one of their old logos. It's like a ship, the back side of a ship inside of a sea. I keep looking at this thing and I'm like, what is that? Because you're so used to seeing the LAC logo for the Los Angeles Clippers. But they've got a new logo, and so that's what it is. Opening night lines, Kevin Durant, 25 points, 24 for Bradley Beal. The new point guard, Tyus Jones, 11 points, but even more impressive, 8 assists to no turnovers. This is one of the things we talked about on the show yesterday. This young man, Tyus Jones, has the best assist-to-turnover ratio in the National Basketball Association, 7.35, I think, to 1. Well, he was right on that opening night, 8-0 for Tyus Jones. And he was +6. He had the highest plus-minus number of all the starters last night for the Phoenix Suns. And again, a 116-113 overtime win. The game was tied at 100 going into the break, or going into the extra session, and the Suns get it done, outscoring the Clippers 13-10 in the extra period. Yusuf Nurkic had 11. Devin Booker, 15 points. But the story here, Devin Booker fouled out. Fouled out of the game. How often do we say that? Like, never. Devin Booker fouling out of a game. Suns hit 15 threes in the game, shot 39% from behind the arc. Clippers were dreadful from behind the arc. They made 8 of 29, shooting just 28%. They were led by James Harden, who had 29 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists in the opener. After the ball game, let's hear from one Bradley Beal on winning on opening night.
On-ball defense from you out there. How locked in were you on that side of the ball tonight?
I'm just super happy to start the year with the guys. I didn't get that blessing last year. I'm just taking advantage of it this year. You know, every single time I step onto this floor, I know I can contribute to our success on either end of the floor. And tonight it had to be defense. I stepped up offensively at some times throughout the game, but I was definitely proud of my defense. That's what we need, going forward. Us three, we have to guard, and we got to sacrifice some of our game, some of our energy for that end.
I know that a gym is just a gym to you. You said that today at shoot-around, but what was your assessment playing here at Intuit Dome?
I'm not gonna lie, it's a beautiful arena. It definitely gives you a college atmosphere, the big wall, but that didn't faze us tonight. But I mean, this is definitely a great atmosphere. This is great for the NBA. I'm super proud of the Clippers and their organization, branching out, doing their own thing. But this is great for the NBA for sure.
Brad, great work tonight. Thank you.
Go Suns.
Suns up. Number 3.
All right, that is Bradley Beal after the ball game last night. Throwing some love to the Intuit Dome. I don't know if you saw, they had this big kind of like it's like a wraparound video board up top. It's got all the bells and whistles that you would expect from a brand new spanking arena. Very impressive. Very impressive. Even more impressive that the Suns go in and spoil the party on opening night at the Intuit Dome. All right, so now they'll remain in Los Angeles. Next up will be the Lakers. That'll be tomorrow night, 7 o'clock tip-off on that. Of course, the Lakers won their opener, beating Minnesota on opening night. And LeBron James and Bronny James making history as the first father-son tandem to play in the National Basketball Association. So what did you think of your Suns? Not your Clippers. Well, they might be your Clippers if you are from Los Angeles. But what did you think of your Suns? 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Short show today, as we always have a short show on Thursdays. We've got NFL Thursday Night Football coming up for you at 4:30, so 1 hour and a half with you. And we got a lot to get into this 1 hour and a half. Brian Jeffries, the voice of the Wildcats, will join us at about 3:20. We'll talk about the state of Arizona football going into the game against West Virginia. We'll get Brian's thoughts on the first basketball game that took place, the 117-54 victory for the number 10 Wildcats over Eastern New Mexico. That was Monday night. Brian, of course, called the game with Ryan Hansen, so we'll get his thoughts on what he saw. A great shooting night for the Arizona Wildcats. A lot of guys got involved. A lot of guys got a chance to show. A lot of guys came back. A lot of new faces. We'll see what Brian's takeaways were from some of the new guys that we got a chance to see, and some of the guys that we haven't seen in a long time, like Henry Vasar coming back after being off the court for over a full year, and what we got from Henry as well. Alexia Carranza is going to join us. Pima Soccer, the men's and women's teams, have big games coming up this weekend. And when I say big games, you know what that means. Phoenix College. That's what that means. Phoenix College. It does not get any bigger than Pima versus Phoenix. And both the men and the women will take on the Bears this weekend with championship dreams on the line. In fact, if you look at the men's standings right now in Division II, Phoenix 15-0, Pima 14-1. That lone loss, this is the men, that lone loss coming to Phoenix College. And then on the women's side in Division II, Phoenix 12-2, Phoenix 12-1, Pima 11-2. Now there is Scottsdale kind of sitting in between Phoenix and Pima on the women's side. They're also they're 12-2, Phoenix or Pima 11-2. So, but again, a chance to beat Phoenix on both sides to put yourself in a position to win the Division II side of the ACC AC. So we'll talk to Alexia Carranza about that coming up. She'll join us around 3:40. And then, of course, the Miller Lite Pigskin Challenge. I got to come up with a game for that. We had a winner last week who took home $100. So our pot is back down to $25 for this week. I'll pick the game. Can you pick the winner? And I said last week, there might be a week where I let you pick the game. Could that be this week? I might give somebody a chance to pick their own game. There are not a lot of close, I always look for the close spreads. There's not a lot of close spreads this week. This might be one of those weeks where we see quite a few blowouts in the National Football League. So this may be the week. I'll decide here before we get to that. That'll be at the top of the 4 o'clock hour. The Miller Lite Pigskin Challenge. I pick the game, or maybe you pick the game. And can you pick the winner? If you do, you're going to go home with a $25 gift card, courtesy of Miller Lite. If not, if you pick the game and you lose, then I keep the money for next week. It rolls over to $50. You still, though, do get a gift pack, courtesy, a prize pack, as we like to call it, a prize pack, because there's a lot of stuff in that prize pack, courtesy of Miller Lite. You'll get that. And then at 4:20, before we get out of here for NFL football, it'll be Kelvin Efon. He'll join us. We'll get Kelvin's thoughts, obviously, on both Arizona football and Arizona men's basketball, as well as he fills both of those roles here with us at Wildcats Radio 1290. Your game tonight, the Minnesota Vikings, coming off their first loss of the season, are on the road in Los Angeles against the Rams at SoFi Stadium. I mean, L.A. is the place to be right now. The Suns are just sitting there taking all this in. They played last night. They'll play again tomorrow. There's an NFL game tonight. There's a World Series game tomorrow. There's just a lot happening. Los Angeles is the center of the sports world right now. So the Vikings and the Rams, you'll hear from Sam Darnold coming up a little bit later. You'll hear from Matthew Stafford. We'll let you hear from some of those players involved. We'll also give you your BetQL 5-star play on this game tonight. So stay tuned for that. 4:30 is our coverage time for Westwood 1, and 5:15 will be kickoff tonight for the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. I gave pretty much everyone the day off today because I'm a good guy. I'm a good boss. J-Dub's got the afternoon off. Dragon Ball's got the afternoon off. It's a short show, and we had a lot of guests, so I figured perfect opportunity for me to give them a chance to catch their breath. You know who doesn't have the day off? Cricket.
Brian. It says Brian on the screen. I'm Brian. Am I Brian Jeffries
no,
today?
You're not Brian. Sorry. No, you're not. Unless you want to be Brian.
Brian's cool.
Brian will be joining us later.
Oh, is he really?
He's he actually did come by and join us in person a couple of weeks ago. He just kind of showed up. He was here picking up some equipment, and he's like, "Oh, I'll just do the show live." I was like,
come
"Cool,
right
man."
by.
I was like, "We need to make sure we have equipment for you to pick up every Thursday."
Yeah.
So we can just have you in studio.
Brian's a cool dude.
Love having Brian Jeffries in studio
for sure
with us.
Mm-hmm.
So I hear you have a little something for us today.
A little something.
What
Yes.
do you got for us today?
For today, but it's for tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
So our sweet deal tomorrow from Rusty's Family Restaurant and Sports Grill, and that'll be Friday. Tomorrow morning, you'll pay $25, but get $50 to spend. Rusty's is so cool. They're celebrating their 24th anniversary all of next month. Rusty's, it's the great place, the place to go to watch sports. They've got over 45 TVs. Their food, OMG, their oh my drool, their food, their wings are so good.
Drool?
Oh my drool. It's like I think about their burgers, they're so good. They've got the tasty burgers, they've got wings, they've got the French fries are really good, the onion rings, some of my favorites. And if you're maybe watching what you're eating or you want to go healthy, super salads and much, much more. And again, that sweet deal tomorrow from Rusty's Family Restaurant and Sports Grill. And by the way, they're located Grant Road east of Silver Bell. Tomorrow morning, 8:30, Wildcats Radio, 1290.com.
8:30 in the morning. So if you want something good from us, you always have to get up a little bit early, but it pays to do just that. Man, Russell, I got to have the burger at Rusty's is what you're saying?
Yes, very good.
All right. I don't know because I have this thing.
Oh,
So
no.
I'm not.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. I have this thing where I just don't like other people's burgers. Like I like my burger cooked well done. Like I don't like any red. I don't want to see any red. I can't no pink at all.
Okay.
And so people just don't cook burgers like that anymore. Like I go into restaurants and I say I want my burger well done, and it still comes with red in the middle. And so I've stopped ordering burgers out. The only burger I'll eat is a burger that I'm making myself at home because I know that I'm going to cook it, the way that I want it.
correctly.
So,
Have you
yeah.
asked for a burger with no pink at all? Have you ever ordered like that? Say, well done, absolutely no
Absolutely.
pink.
Well, I say no. I say, well, I usually don't say no pink. So maybe that's the verbiage I need to use, because I just say I want it extra well.
Like you don't
Like
want
I want
any.
extra well, no red, and then I still get it, and it's still good red.
See, and you said you have a thing, but that's your thing, and that's okay.
my thing. Yeah,
but that's
I'm
okay.
I'm very picky like that.
Yeah,
So,
that's all right.
I'm gonna say no pink next time.
Well
We'll
done.
see-
No, pink. Yeah.
We'll see if that works.
See if that
out.
maybe happens.
We'll see if that works out. All right, Cricket is going to get you home every 20 minutes on the fives and safely with traffic and weather.
From the O'Reilly Chevrolet Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together. Collision reported at Grant Road and Swan. A little bit of southbound slowing on Swan at Grant Road, but we've got more slowdowns on Swan at Glen. Crashes that are also reported Irvington and Campbell, and another collision at Irvington and Cardinal. That's a hit and run. 97 are high tomorrow, about 99 through the weekend, and 94 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. At Cool Willie's Air, they'll help with any of your air conditioning needs, always keeping you cool. Trust the big guy. Contact Tucson's most respected air conditioning experts at coolwillies.com, where they are big enough to help and small enough to care. That's coolwillies.com. coolwillies.com.
Wildcats Radio 1290 is proud to support your Arizona Wildcat football team as they continue their season with another home game this Saturday at Arizona Stadium.
This week, the Cats take on West Virginia. Kickoff is scheduled for 4 o'clock.
To get your tickets, visit ArizonaWildcats.com or call 621-CATS. For more University of Arizona Wildcat football, including a complete schedule and link to buy tickets online, log on to WildcatsRadio1290.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution
Cheers to
firm.
a great day and this ice-cold Corona.
You know what would make this day even better? My grandma's carne asada.
Or your grandma here with us, making carne asada.
She does love a cold Corona.
Throw in some dancing.
Oh, we can watch the game.
I'll drink to that.
So a backyard concert with football, food, dancing, and Corona?
And your grandma.
Or we could keep it simple.
Simple is good. Want a Corona?
Thanks. Salud to the perfect day.
Corona, la vida más fina. Get your Corona at ordercorona.com. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Import, Chicago, Illinois.
Alaskan AC has been keeping people chill since 1972.
Oh, chill. Cool. I get it. It's a theme.
No, it's not.
It's not?
The theme is 72, as in 1972.
Is that why you dress like that?
$72 for an Alaska vacation.
Ooh.
$72 for a service call.
Neat.
Even $72 off any repair.
Whoa.
This month, it's 72, 72, 72 to celebrate 1972, the year Alaskan AC opened its doors.
And everybody was kung fu fighting.
Everyone was streaking, too. Let's stick to what we do best.
That's right. A $72 Alaska vacation is the perfect way to prepare for the upcoming season. It's so good, we guarantee no breakdowns.
The $72 service call makes it easy to check any concerns.
And saving $72 off any repair means that you can buy one of those cool banana seats for your rad bike.
You have a weird definition of cool.
72, 72, 72. This month at AlaskanAC.com.
Arizona football fans, your Wildcats are back in action at Arizona Stadium this Saturday for Parents Weekend as they take on the West Virginia Mountaineers. Kickoff is scheduled for 4 p.m. Remaining ticket inventory is limited, so get your tickets now. Call the ticket office at 520-621-CATS. That's 520-621-CATS. Or visit ArizonaWildcats.com/FB and grab your tickets today. Bear down.
Hey, what you reading, Marty?
Just about the sheriff's race. I like Heather Lappin. She has served nearly 20 years in the sheriff's department and will decrease crime by increasing patrols.
I know Heather. She was on the news fighting for reform.
Yeah, Heather Lappin is endorsed by nearly every local law enforcement group.
What about her opponent?
Chris Nanos' office was investigated regarding a sexual assault case. Also the misuse of funds.
Nanos sounds like bad news. I'm voting for Heather Lappin for sheriff.
Political ad paid for by Heather Lappin for sheriff. Authorized by Heather Lappin.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. Who actually has it worse, the Giants or the Jets?
Why don't we start with the Giants? They're 2-5. They signed a quarterback to a $160 million extension before last season, and that same quarterback has not thrown a touchdown pass at home since putting his name on that contract. They let their best offensive player and heart and soul of that team walk right to their rival, even though the owner was on record as saying if that were to specifically happen, he wouldn't be able to sleep. And then to make matters even worse, that same dude, the former heart and soul, came right back to MetLife and stabbed them right in the heart. Add to that embarrassing and humiliating beatdown in their house. That also dropped the GM head coach combo to a combined 1-10 against the Eagles and Cowboys. You know, the teams that they were specifically hired to beat. Wait for my minute on the Jets, and then you tell me who's got it worse.
O'Reilly. It's Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get up to a $25 gift card after rebate with the purchase of select Superstart batteries. We'll test your old battery for free and recommend the right battery for your vehicle. For power, performance, and reliability, choose Superstart batteries only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Wendy's breakfast burrito has an entire breakfast in every bite. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, American cheese, cheese sauce, and sausage or bacon. So the first bite is like fresh cracked American cheese sauce. Bacon. And the second bite is like fresh American cheese sauce. Bacon.
You get the idea. And now, get yours with $1 any size soft drink. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
DK on the Sports Tip on Wildcats Radio 1290. It's the Wildcat Hour, which means it's time for our Arizona Insiders.
Am I late?
No, my boy, you're just in time. Each weekday, Wildcats Radio 1290 brings you all the latest news and opinions of U of A athletics and happenings around the Big 12. So bear down, Cardinal and Navy, and let's talk Cats. Our Arizona Insiders are brought to you by Coors Light, an official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics. Coors Light. Choose chill. All
right, a few minutes with the voice of the Wildcats, Brian Jeffries, ahead of this weekend's football game against West Virginia and coming off the first basketball game against Eastern New Mexico. Let's start with football. Brian, it is family weekend, always a fun time on campus to have the moms and dads and brothers and sisters here for the weekend, but this is a Saturday that Arizona desperately needs a win to try to get out of this losing streak, which has now reached 3 games. You've been through this a lot over your 37 years, and there's a lot of angriness right now in this fan base over the season that has taken this turn here. Is this any different? I guess is it different for you as the voice to kind of watch all this than maybe it was early in your years? I mean, obviously we have social media, so it seems like it's louder now than maybe it used to be. But what goes to your mind when you kind of hear and see what you've been hearing from the fan base, the angry people in the fan base the last week?
Yeah, I think some of that, to me, it's unfair because it goes back to the expectations going into the season. You come off 10 wins, and everyone thinks that because you've got a few of the key guys back that you're going to be just as good, and it doesn't always happen that way. You lost some key guys as well. You have a change in coaching staff, et cetera. And so, yeah, over the years, there have been seasons where the expectations were high and they weren't met. There have been other years when the expectations were low and they've exceeded that. I think this year's team certainly, has one thing that's stood out more than anything, and that's just injuries that have affected them. And so you have to look at it that way. I mean, it's okay to be, upset because your team isn't winning, but it's not okay to take it out on them. I mean, these guys, for those who don't get to see practice, this morning I thought was a great example. They practiced as well as I've seen them all season. The enthusiasm remains high. They want to win for each other. They want to win for the fan base. It hasn't worked out, and so they'll try it again. That's the great thing about football or any sport. You got another game to play, and so they got a great chance on Saturday to see if they can get it turned around. You maybe have gotten a chance to get to know maybe Brian or Brent Brennan a little bit maybe differently than others because you're around him once a week for the show and whatnot. What's maybe something you want people to know about him that you've learned about him that maybe we don't know? Well, I think that he's very passionate. He wants nothing more than to have a successful program because you go back to when he was a graduate assistant here, and then of course working under Dick Tomey at San Jose State. I mean, there's just a connection there. He understands this community. He understands the culture of the program, and it hurts him probably more than anybody that they haven't been able to win more games right now. But he still has that burning desire, and just because they're missing some guys off the team due to injury, they're not giving up. The coaches are working just as hard, trying to find new pieces to fit into the places that need to be filled in. And so he wants that. And I know that it bothers him right now that they haven't won more games. I can see it whenever I talk to him that he wants somehow, some way to get this right. And there's ways they can do it. In fact, I talked to him this morning about those fixable things, the penalties and turnovers, et cetera. And he added, we need our players to do their assignments. And so if you can follow those three, if you can cut down on your penalties, you don't turn the ball over, and you do what you're supposed to do, you're probably going to be able to win some games. And that's the challenge right now, to get that across to these guys.
All right, tell everybody maybe one thing you've learned about West Virginia. We've never played them before. We obviously know maybe a little bit about them from the Rich Rod years because that was one of the schools that he had been at. But is there anything cool you've learned about West Virginia for this week's broadcast?
Nothing outside of I'm still poring over the statistics right now. So when you talk about a team that runs the ball well, and they've got three guys, including a quarterback that rushed for over 400 yards a game, 400 yards so far this season through their games. And that tells me a bit about, their style of play. They are a very physical football team, and, they're going to bring their hard hats on and see what they can do. So, Arizona's got to be able to answer that, I think. That's probably the thing that stands out to me. They've got a great fan base back there. They sell out their games in Morgantown, and so it's a deep-rooted community in terms of the school and their football program. So I think they're going to bring that out, and we'll see what it's all about on Saturday.
Top takeaway from the basketball game on Monday, it looks like Tommy might have a number of different guys that can shoot the basketball this year, and that's never a bad thing.
Never a bad thing, and I think it takes some of the pressure off Caleb Love. That's one thing he told me last week is instead of Caleb shouldering the duties, feeling that he had to score points in order to, win games, now there's some other guys I think that can pick up that slack. And in particular, you mentioned shooting, outside shooting. And so that stood out right away. And, you saw 10 guys play on the other night, on Monday night. All 10 could easily be in a game, and that's not including Mo Krivas, who hasn't played yet. So I think he's got a deep team. He's going to need a deep team when you get into the Big 12. So excited to see. It's going to be a while here, I think, before we really see how good this team is, but we'll know soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to that. All right, Monday night, Saturday night, West Virginia, and then Monday night, Point Loma. You can hear Brian Jeffries on the call of both of those games. Brian, we always appreciate the opportunity to get a chance to talk to you.
All right. Thanks, David. We'll see you.
All right. Brian Jeffries, he is the voice of the Wildcats.
Thanks to Coors Light for bringing you today's Arizona Insiders on Wildcats Radio 1290. Coors Light is an official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics. Choose chill.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. It is not only... we've got the football team home this weekend, but also tonight a huge, and I mean huge volleyball game going on at McHale Center. It is the Territorial Cup matchup, the rematch, I should say, between the Wildcats and the Sun Devils, second meeting of the year. So the point in the Territorial Cup series will be decided tonight. Will the Wildcats get a split of that point? Or will the Sun Devils take the full point? That is a 6 o'clock start today, and the Sun Devils come to Tucson as the 13th ranked team in the nation. And so this would be a huge, huge upset. The Wildcats already this year have played, this will be their fourth game against a ranked opponent. They played at Baylor earlier this season and lost 3-1. They played home against number 20 BYU and won that match 3-2. And then the game just a couple of weeks ago up in Tempe against Arizona State, the Sun Devils won that matchup 3-1. So this will be the fourth opportunity for the Wildcats to play a ranked opponent and looking to get that win over Arizona State tonight. Again, they will first serve that game, and you can see it on ESPN+. That'll be 6 o'clock tonight between the Sun Devils and the Wildcats. 5 points up for grabs in the Territorial Cup Series in the fall. You have volleyball, you have football, you have soccer, and then you have the two cross countries, men's and women's cross countries. Now, those two teams, as it has worked in the past, that point will be decided at the Big 12 cross country meet. And the Big 12 cross country meet will be next week, next Friday in Waco, Texas. So there's no meet this week for the cross country kids. They've already run 4 meets this year. Those two teams will head up to Waco or down to Waco next week for the Big 12 championship. So we'll look forward to that and getting you at least, so we'll have at least by next week, we'll have 3, we'll have 4. 4 of the 5 Territorial Cup Series points in the fall will be decided because the soccer point is up for grabs on Friday night in Tempe. And if you weren't with us yesterday, we had Dragon Ball had a chance to go out to practice, and he chatted with Gianna Christensen, one of the seniors on the team. And Gianna said that they're not using forks this week. They have banned forks from their lives. So no forks to eat anything. And I absolutely love that. I've been pushing out a hashtag the last 24 hours, no forks allowed. No forks allowed. I even put up a picture on my Twitter account today eating my lunch with a spoon. And it was a lunch that, like, remember you might, if you were here last night, J-Dub was talking about how he was having spaghetti last night. And so he didn't know how he would be able to navigate eating that without a fork. Well, I had some chow mein today for lunch, and I ate it with a spoon. Why? Because no forks allowed this weekend or this week for these upcoming 2 Territorial Cup Series matches, volleyball tonight and Friday with soccer. So I want to see yours. I want to see your pictures. Post your pictures. Head on over to our website. Head on over to our Twitter account at Wildcats 1290. You can head on over to our Facebook account, Wildcats Radio 1290. Download our app. Our app slaps. You can upload pictures to our app. You can upload audio to our app. You can upload video to our app. Upload a video of you eating your dinner without a fork. That's what I want to see, because right now, no forks allowed. That's the rule for this week. And that's going to be the rule I think that's going to be the mantra for every Territorial Cup match this season. No forks. No forks allowed. Only spoons, chopsticks. Get your chopsticks out. Learn how to use them. But no forks. Maybe get a spoon, chop it up so you can eat it with a spoon. But no forks. No forks allowed. So looking forward to Arizona and Arizona State tonight at McHale Center. 6 o'clock will be the start time on that one. 520-848-1290. You can text us as well. I mentioned the app. In fact, why don't you text the word app, APP, to 520-848-1290. I'll send you a link. You can download our app. You can be a part of all the fun that we're having right now on our app. Okay, coming up next, we are going to chat with Alexia Carranza from Pima Soccer. I mentioned Pima with some big matches coming up this weekend against Phoenix. Doesn't get any better than that. The 2 best programs in Division II on the West Coast. I would even say that. I don't think it's unfair or out of pocket to say that those are the 2 best programs in Division II soccer. And they're going to be here Saturday night. Okay, so you've got Arizona football at a 4, and you might be able to get out of there early enough. The men play at 6 over on the West Campus, the women at 8. So shoot on over from the Arizona football game up to Pima women's soccer game because they're going to need your support as well. Saturday, the men and the women play Phoenix College, and we'll talk to Alexia Carranza next and get her thoughts on what this weekend means to the Pima women's soccer teams. DK on the Sports Tip. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the O'Reilly Chevrolet Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. With collisions that are reported Grant Road and Swan, a little bit of slowing at that intersection. More slowdowns for travel on Swan, northbound approaching and passing Glen. Also clearing Irvington and Campbell. Hit and run wreck occurred at Irvington and Cardinal. Your highs tomorrow looking around to be about 97, 99 this weekend, and 94 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
See us today at O'Reilly Chevrolet and test drive a new EV. And you'll receive 2 tickets to Terror in the Corn, Southwest Arizona's scariest and most unique Halloween experience.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with BetQL. Week 8 in the NFL kicks off tonight as the Vikings visit the Rams. Minnesota is looking to bounce back after the first loss of the season in Week 7. The Vikings come into LA as 3-point favorites in this NFC matchup. The BetQL model likes Minnesota to get back on track tonight. Their best bet for Thursday Night Football is laying the points with the Vikings on the road in LA. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL and download the BetMGM app today.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Alaskan AC has been keeping people chill since 1972.
Oh, chill. Cool. I get it. It's a theme.
No, it's not.
It's not?
The theme is 72, as in 1972.
Is that why you dress like that?
$72 for an Alaska vacation.
Ooh.
$72 for a service call.
Neat.
Even $72 off any repair.
Whoa.
This month, it's 72, 72, 72 to celebrate 1972, the year Alaskan AC opened its doors.
And everybody was kung fu fighting.
Everyone was streaking, too. Let's stick to what we do best.
That's right. A $72 Alaska vacation is the perfect way to prepare for the upcoming season. It's so good, we guarantee no breakdowns.
The $72 service call makes it easy to check any concerns.
And saving $72 off any repair means that you can buy one of those cool banana seats for your rad bike.
You have a weird definition of cool.
72, 72, 72. This month at AlaskanAC.com.
Rusty's Family Restaurant and Sports Grill is celebrating their 24th anniversary for the entire month of November. In celebration, check out Rusty's Beer of the Month, Westside 45 Mexican Lager by Huss Brewing Company, named after Rusty's location on the west side, right in the 4-5. Rusty's also carries a large selection of bottled beer, draft beer, wine, and cocktails. October baseball is in full swing, and so is football. Rusty's is the go-to spot to watch all your favorite sports teams play, with over 45 TVs. Enjoy Rusty's elevated menu that includes delicious wings, amazing burgers, tasty bistro medallions, and so much more. Check out their complete menu at rustystucson.com. Rusty's Family Restaurant and Sports Grill, located on Grand Silverbell.
And this Friday, we've got a sweet deal for you from Rusty's Family Restaurant and Sports Grill. You can get a $50 gift certificate for just $25. And this sweet deal will go on sale this Friday morning at 8:30 at wildcatsradio1290.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
It's time to gear up for the NFL season. The new season brings new styles on NFLShop.com. Take your game day style to the next level with jerseys from all 32 teams, including new styles to 2024 and rookie jerseys. Head over to NFL Shop today for the largest collection of officially licensed gear from all your favorite brands.
And this franchise hasn't won in the last few years, but that's all they've known, since they've been in existence. I'm happy to be here at this point now in my career and at this point in time of the Lakers franchise today, where we're both wanting to get back to that promised land.
Yeah, we know they won a championship in a bubble, and then they couldn't celebrate. And then they had no parade.
And welcome back to
DK on the Sports Tip on Wildcats Radio 1290.
DK on the Sports Tip. Let's talk some Pima soccer right now. Pleased to be joined by sophomore defender Alexia Carranza. The ladies have a huge match coming up this weekend with the Phoenix College Bears. It'll be a battle of the top teams in Division II, and Alexia hails from South Point Catholic High School, where I always like to ask the South Point Catholic young ladies, Alexia, how many state championship teams were you a part of there? Alexia, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead. How many state championship teams were you a part of there?
I was a part of 3 out of my 4 years there.
What was that like being involved with a program that was able to win at such a high level every year?
It was great. I really enjoyed it. I've always wanted to go to South Point for their soccer program. It's just such a great atmosphere. Everyone's willing to work hard and get to the same goal. I don't regret any of it. I actually coached there this past year, so I'm just really grateful to be on there.
So now, what did you do in terms of coaching? Were you assisting like on a lower level, the varsity level, or what were you doing in terms of coaching?
I was assistant coach for the varsity team.
How did that come about that you were able to go back and assist Coach Kelly Pierce with that?
She had asked me and one of my teammates to go and help her out, and to be honest, it was really fun. It was a great experience. I got to learn from her, not just as a player, but coaching alongside with her.
So tell me about Alexia Carranza, the coach. How do you manage young ladies, and was that tough? Because I'm sure some of those young ladies you probably played with. How did you kind of manage that relationship part of it?
It wasn't too difficult at all. Already having that teammate relationship with them kind of helped gain that trust, and they were able to talk to me. So it wasn't just like that awkward, like, hey, I'm new, like that kind of stuff. So it was fun, just not just being their teammate, but their coach, being able to help them out. And then on top of that, helping the freshmen coming in. That was probably the one that I kind of had to for sure build a relationship with. But overall, I wouldn't say it was too difficult. I learned a lot from it.
What would you think if I were to ask some of the young ladies at South Point Catholic, how do you think they would categorize you as a coach? Do you think they would say that you were hard on them, you're easy on them, you're middle of the road?
I'd hope to say I'm kind of in the middle, just try to understand them as a player, but also be that coach and make sure that they respect me as a coach, not just as a friend.
Alexia Carranza is our guest. She is a sophomore defender for the Pima women's soccer team. The ladies are ranked 5th as they head into their match against Phoenix this Saturday up on the West Campus. The defense has been pretty stellar this year for the Aztecs. 8 shutouts this season. What's kind of led to the ability for you guys to be a team that can shut teams down like that, Alexia?
Really, it's our team chemistry, making sure that we all want the same thing. It's our work ethic. that's what it comes down to, who wants it more. We just work for each other, not just yourself or just for the coach. It's for the program, and we just have that great chemistry on and off the field, which really help us work together better.
How did you gravitate to the defensive side? Have you always played defender? Have you also played in the mid and in the front as well?
For most of my career, I've probably played defense. I did have a little experience in midfield at some point in high school and part of middle school, but defense has always been my main position, which I really enjoy much more than midfield. I just feel more comfortable in the back and understand it a lot more.
What do you love about the defensive side of the game?
I think it puts me on my toes, makes me think a little bit more. It's a sense of adrenaline rush, kind of being able to defend players that are good, try to make sure that they don't get to our goal. And as well as my siblings have played defense, so it's kind of nice to be able to talk to my family and them be an example for me.
So it's all in the family in terms of soccer. How many siblings do you have playing, and where are they at right now?
I had 3 older siblings that are playing, and I have a younger sibling. My younger brother, he's currently starting. He's 7. He's going to turn 8. So They've all played. One of my brothers went to college to play, and the other 2 are just working now.
Now, did all of you go through South Point?
We did, yeah.
And what was your brother's name?
My 2 older brothers are Gaston and Gavino.
Okay,
and
Gavino.
my
I think I remember Gavino. Yeah, when he was there. He was on state championship teams as well, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah. Yes,
Absolutely.
both of them were.
We're chatting with Alexia Carranza. She is a sophomore defender over at Pima College. The ladies will be taking on Phoenix coming up here on Saturday. So what did you learn? I mean, growing up in a soccer family, did you guys play a lot together, just like, in the parks and all that? What did you learn from your older siblings about the game?
It was a lot of competition for sure, especially between me and my sister. We'd always push each other, and having an example with my sister playing at South Point as well made me look up to her, and as well as my brother. They both did really well in sports. Well, all 3 of them did really well in sports. All 4 of us have had state championships. They always give me insight on what I need to do. Even now, when they come to my games, they're like, why didn't you slide tackle or do this better or good job? So they always push me to do better. Even with my dad who played, he's one of my biggest motivators, always has pushed me to go to the park or watch a game or even show me some videos on some defenders. So it's all really been a blessing to have a lot of soccer players in my family.
Who's he what players is he showing you videos of that you like to watch?
It's really just any player. It's not any specific one. If there's a game going on, we'll watch, or if we're watching highlights of the games going on right now, be like, come watch this. This is a really good play from the back, or how they defend. So it's just anything that's out there right now.
All right, so who's the best defender you think you've ever seen?
Oof. I really like Crystal Dunn right now. I think she works hard. I think I kind of relate with her, as in she's not as tall as other players, and she's short, but she works hard, and I'm pretty short, so I kind of try to work towards what she has.
5'1" you are. How do you overcome your height deficit there?
It can be tough at times. I just know, like, headers, I'm probably not going to make it against some girl that's like 5'8", but I don't let that get to me too much, because I'm still a good player who knows how to defend. So I use my strengths, as in being smaller, so I can get around them quicker. But it's not something that scares me to go against a way taller player. It actually motivates me more. So it's a challenge for me.
So you working on that vertical jump? Is that one of the things you do on the side?
I do. I have to. I don't have a choice.
Alexia Carranza is our guest. Okay, you guys lost to Phoenix 2-1 at their place early in the year. break down for me what happened in that game and how you guys intend to be better to try to get the result this Saturday.
I think that it was a close game. Definitely, we were in the game just as much as they were. We just had a breakdown in the back, and mistakes happen. So we're just trying to fix that, hope that that doesn't happen again. This time now we know what to expect, what they're like, their strengths, their weaknesses, and we're trying to practice that and master it before we get to Saturday. And now it's time for revenge, and it's who wants it more.
What do you love about this rivalry? I mean, you guys, Phoenix and Pima, on both the men's and the women's sides, have basically been the top two Division II programs for many, many years. What have you liked about the battles with them over the course of your 2-year career?
They just have a lot of experience. They have a lot of good players. I think that both sides we want it. So I think that seeing other players being able to play against teams that are more at our level is really great. It's just a good experience overall.
Alexia Carranza is our guest. She is a sophomore defender, Pima women's soccer team, a graduate of South Point Catholic High School. She's majoring in nursing over at Pima College. So where do you have designs on where you want to go for after Pima? Have you picked a school yet? Do you want to continue to play college soccer? Is this it for you? What's the immediate plan for next year?
This will be my last season. I think it's time to hang up the cleats and focus more on school. They actually have a nursing program here at Pima through NAU, so I wouldn't have to transfer if I get accepted into the program. I plan to apply this upcoming year with my sister, actually. She's also doing nursing. We want to do it together. So it's kind of my motivation to just focus more on school and make sure I finish college and get to where I want to be.
How do you think, will you keep soccer in your life once you're done playing?
Most definitely. My family has started a little team for indoor, and they're already telling me once I finish my season to join the team. So I don't think I could ever stop playing, even if it's like an adult league or something.
And then you'll be coaching. Are you planning to coach again this year over at South Point?
I hope so. I hope I get to come back and coach again or for however long I get to.
And I understand your favorite restaurant is Zen Burger. What burger is Alexia having at Zen Burger?
I don't know what the name is called, but as long as it has bacon, I'm all for it.
As long as it has bacon. Well, maybe you'll get so popular that they'll create a burger just for you, and it'll have
I hope
bacon. So, like, if you were going to create your own burger, it would have bacon and what else?
Definitely cheese, some
Okay.
bacon, and avocado.
All right,
Love me some avocado.
Oh, okay. We were just talking about burgers earlier because I was telling Cricket, who does our traffic, I was like, I can't eat other people's hamburgers because they don't cook them the way that I like them cooked. How do you like yours cooked?
It can have a little bit of red, just not too much. I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty simple when it comes to my burgers. I feel like it's kind of hard to mess up, but I don't know.
All right. It is a big match coming up Saturday night at 8 o'clock. I said earlier Pima was ranked 5th. The Aztecs are actually ranked 8th. Phoenix is ranked 5th, so it's number 8 versus number 5 Saturday night up at West Ankleman. Real quick, before we let you go, Alexia, you guys seem to always get the second game on the night side. Is it tough to play at 8 o'clock at night? You guys always seem like it's like your games start later.
It can be. It's not challenging. It only like going home because we end up getting home super late. But actually, it's nice to play at night because it's not hot.
That's true.
Compared to last year, so actually works out for us.
And it's going to be 90-something degrees. I'm sure you like playing soccer in the fall more than in the winter, because I always used to feel bad for some of you ladies out there in the wintertime. It's like, especially the young ladies that don't get to play, and they're sitting there and it's like 30 degrees sometimes at night, 35 degrees. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, they need to move this sport to another time of the year.
Yeah, I agree.
Alexia, hey, we appreciate you taking a few minutes to join us. Good luck this Saturday night. And obviously after this, we'll be looking forward to the Region 1 Division 2 tournament, which will be next week, next Friday and next Wednesday. And hopefully the Wildcats can get back to the finals and get that berth to the national tournament.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Alexia Carranza, South Point Catholic state champion, Pima Aztecs sophomore defender. Again, this Saturday, they'll take on Phoenix up at West Campus with kickoff after the men's game at around 8 o'clock. It's DK on the Sports Tip. Much more straight ahead. We are going to have our Miller Lite Pigskin Challenge coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere. Listen for the cue to call. I may even let you pick the game. Who knows? You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the O'Reilly Chevrolet Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Collisions that are reported Grant Road and Swan. Also, we've got some slowdowns at Grant Road and Alvernon Way. Also in the clearing stages, Irvington and Cardinal. That was a hit and run wreck. Crash also at Irvington and Campbell and Irvington. And for your weather, looking at highs around 97 tomorrow, 99 this weekend, and about 94 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Time with family, laughs with friends, and cash back. Discover's got you covered on the last one. That's because Discover doubles all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cash Back Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Listen to the home of the Wildcats wherever you are on your iPhone and iPad by downloading our new app in the App Store so you can tune in wherever you are 24 hours a day. The home of the Wildcats is everywhere. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Wendy's breakfast burrito has an entire breakfast in every bite. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, American cheese, cheese sauce, and sausage or bacon. So the first bite is like fresh American cheese sauce. Bacon. And the second bite is like fresh American cheese sauce. Bacon. You get the idea. And now, get yours with $1 any size soft drink. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hey homeowners, are you ready to chill out and go green? Goodfellas Air Conditioning can help. Introducing our latest lineup of energy-efficient systems featuring the new R32 refrigerant. It's cooler, greener, and better for the planet. You'll enjoy lower energy bills and a smaller carbon footprint. Not a fan of change? Goodfellas has a surplus of reliable R410 systems available. Unsure about what system you have or have questions? Give us a call for a free inspection. Goodfellas Air Conditioning, keeping it cool, keeping it green, and always keeping you comfortable.
Sean Furrier here for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. There's a rumor that summer could finally be coming to an end, a big relief for us. But your car is probably still feeling the effects of the brutal summer heat. So now's the perfect time to stop by any of the 14 area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a complimentary check of your brakes, batteries, coolant levels, and wiper blades. Those are just a few of the things to help keep your car road trip ready. And when those cooler overnight temperatures finally do arrive, some of you will see your low pressure warning light come on. But don't worry, you can stop by anytime for a free tire inspection and air pressure check. And if your tire sensor really is a problem, we can fix that too. Mention this ad and get free installation and tire rebalancing with the purchase of any new tire pressure sensor. Visit jackfurriers.com for even more specials. And for fast, friendly service, you can make an appointment online, call ahead, or just drive up and find out why Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the locals' favorite for tires and automotive repair. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Alaskan AC has been keeping people chill since 1972.
Oh, chill. Cool. I get it. It's a theme.
No, it's not.
It's not?
The theme is 72, as in 1972.
Is that why you dress like that?
$72 for an Alaska vacation.
Ooh.
$72 for a service call.
Neat.
Even $72 off any repair.
Whoa.
This month, it's 72, 72, 72 to celebrate 1972, the year Alaskan AC opened its doors.
And everybody was kung fu fighting.
Everyone was streaking, too. Let's stick to what we do best.
That's right. A $72 Alaska vacation is the perfect way to prepare for the upcoming season. It's so good, we guarantee no breakdowns.
The $72 service call makes it easy to check any concerns.
And saving $72 off any repair means that you can buy one of those cool banana seats for your rad bike.
You have a weird definition of cool.
72, 72, 72. This month at AlaskanAC.com.
If we continue to consume our natural resources at the rate we do now, by 2050, it could take 3 Earths to meet our needs. The Earth can't speak up when it needs help, but we can. Be the voice for those who have no voice. Visit worldwildlife.org.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports, sponsored by Allstate. We'd like to salute the Minnesota Lynx on a tremendous season, which ended in devastating fashion with their loss to the Liberty in the WNBA Finals. Despite the heartbreak, Minnesota's 2024 accomplishments should not be ignored. They finished the regular season with a 30-10 record, which included a 7-game winning streak in September. Their leader, Cheryl Reeve, won her 4th Coach of the Year award. Their superstar, Nafisha Collier, was named to the All-WNBA First Team. The Lynx were just seconds away from winning the franchise's 5th championship, but after some controversial officiating, Collier and Minnesota had the title slip away from them in overtime.
To have it in that way, where it just feels super unjust, I don't think that's something that I'll be able to get over. It's different if you feel like you lose a game. We're so close to getting our goals, so yeah, it's a really tough ending.
With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Erica Herskowitz on Westwood One.
Retired or retiring soon? How much money do you need to live comfortably? Retirement Planners of America is here for you. Would you like to have financial peace of mind? Here's how. Step 1. Find out the amount of money you'll need to retire. Step 2. Have a plan to get there. Step 3. Make sure that plan can take advantage of market gains but protect you from market losses. Discover how to do all 3 with a free consultation at 800-508-6108. That's 800-508-6108.
All investments involve risk, including losses. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
Your home, your family, your moments. First Alert is reminding you to be prepared and install smoke and carbon monoxide alarms on every level and in every bedroom of your home. Don't forget to add First Alert fire extinguishers on every level, plus the kitchen. And know how to use them. Protection is key to help protect life's moments, and First Alert is your partner through it all. Get fire safety you can trust by visiting firstalert.com and Lowe's stores today.
Hey Wildcat fans, Arizona football is here. Catch head coach Brent Brennan as the Wildcats enter their inaugural season of the Big 12 Conference. We need you to be part of the action, filling the stands and cheering on Arizona. Secure your seats for all 7 home games with season tickets, or pick the plan that is best for you by calling the ticket office at 520-621-2287 or visiting ArizonaWildcats.com/FB. Lock in your tickets today. We'll see you at Arizona Stadium. Bear down. Go Cats.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. We are Tucson's home for Arizona men's basketball. From live coverage of weekly press conferences to the Tommy Lloyd Show, no one covers the Cats like we do. We are Wildcats Radio 1290. Live from the CNWT.
Wait, what's the CNWT? Central Northwest Tucson. Duh.
It's DK on the Sports Tip with your host, David Kelly.
Radio. Just when I thought I was out, they drug me back in.
Featuring J.W. Madden.
Don't tell me about flip-flops, man. I'm a native.
David Amata.
Hey, that's Dragon Ball to you.
And Cricket getting you home with traffic and weather.
Camp on Melt Lemon, not in the left lane on the freeway.
Here we go! And now, a man who has not one, but 3 first names, David Scott Kelly.
It is that time of the week that you have been waiting for. It is time for the Miller Lite Big Skin Challenge. $25 up for grabs. I am taking caller number 1. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. I pick the game. Can you pick the winner? Last week, it was up to $100, and we did indeed have a winner last week. Can we get another winner this week? Some easy-looking games on this schedule this week. We've got the Ravens on the road at my Browns. That's not going to be pretty. Jameis Winston is going to be starting. Cardinals are at the Dolphins. We've got the Eagles and the Bengals, the Titans at the Lions. That could get ugly. The Jets and the Patriots, both those teams are terrible. Falcons and the Buccaneers. Packers on the road at the Jags. The Jags actually have 2 wins now. Good for them. Colts at the Texans. The Colts are 4-3. Look at that. Indianapolis actually has a little bit of a winning record. Bills, Seahawks. Panthers, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Bears, Commanders. That should be a decent one, although Jaden Daniels is not likely to play. That's disappointing. That's disappointing because I think everybody wanted to see Caleb Williams go against Jaden Daniels, the top 2 quarterbacks in the league, rookie quarterbacks playing right now and playing both at a high level. I mean, their teams are combined 9-4. That's pretty good for rookies. Cowboys and 49ers. All right, let's go to the telephone lines for the Miller Lite Pigskin Challenge. And is it Joe? Joe, you're on DK on the Sports Tip, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Wrong. It's John.
John. We got John, not Joe. Okay. John, it is the Miller Lite Pigskin Challenge. I said I might do this, and I think I'm going to do it this week. I normally pick the game. Can you pick the winner? But I'm going to let you pick the game this week and the winner. How about that? So what game do you want to play, John?
Pick the game and the winner.
Yeah, how about that?
Let's go with Tennessee and Detroit.
How did I know you were going to pick that game? That's one of the worst games on the board. The Lions are an 11.5-point favorite in that game. See, that's why I said if I do this, it's got to be like for the low pot. The low $25 pot, because I can't have anybody trying to win $100 picking their own game. That wouldn't work. Okay, so I'm not going to do this every week, but I'll do it this week, and maybe we'll do it one more time during the season. But John has picked the Lions and the Titans. Let me guess who you're going to select in that game, John.
I'm going to take Tennessee.
Really? You're really going to take?
Because
you're really going to take Tennessee?
Yes, because I think the door prize is much better than $25.
Well, there you go. Wow. Okay. All right. So John is going to take the Tennessee Titans, who are an 11.5-point underdog on the road at Detroit in the Ford Field Dome because he wants the prize pack and not the money. Well, there you go. All right. You probably have a ton of those prize packs, don't you?
Yeah, the grandkids and the daughter and
it's like
son-in-law, they love them.
Everybody gets a birthday present.
That's right.
Everybody gets a birthday present. All right, John. Well, we'll reconvene with you on Monday to see what happened between the Titans and the Lions. That game is on Fox this Sunday. I don't think we'll be seeing that game in our neighborhood.
Probably not.
Probably not. Go swing a golf club somewhere.
Heading to Top Golf tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You were telling me about that at the tailgate last week.
Yeah, whenever you got time.
We'll have to make time for that. We'll definitely have to make some time to do that. I think we're going to be taking a few days off coming up here during the next bye week. So maybe we can get that done the week of the 9th. Right after the election, I think we're going to take a few days off, so we'll get it done that week. How's that?
I got a deer season coming up. I'll try to work it in.
Oh, deer season! Look out! Where's the good deer hunting up here in Arizona?
None of it's good anymore. There's not many out there. It's always tough.
Okay. You're not allowed to shoot bighorn, are you?
Actually, I got that tag in 2015.
Oh, all right. There you go. How many tags do you have?
Oh, well, I carry an archery deer tag at the moment.
Okay.
And I'm going to chase them in Unit 33, which
Okay.
is the Catalinas or the Rincon Mountains.
Ah, all right. Be safe out there. Hey, hold on, John. So Audio Bob can get your information.
All right, DK. Thanks a lot. Keep up the good work.
All right. Thank you, John. We'll see you at Tailgate on Saturday. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Wow. He took the Titans over the Lions. That's surprising. But hey, if you want the prize pack, there's a lot of good stuff in that prize pack. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it pays to lose. Join me at Illegal Pete's on University Boulevard tomorrow from 3 to 6. It is Bear Down Fridays as we get you set for West Virginia at Arizona this Saturday at the stadium. All kinds of fun. I'll have some tickets down there tomorrow. So join us and maybe you can go to the game on Saturday. Kickoff at 4 o'clock. Our appearance at Bear Down Fridays from Illegal Pete's is sponsored by Corona for fans of the fine life. La Vida Más Fina, Corona, official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics. All right, tonight's game, which is coming up here shortly, here at the bottom of the hour, Vikings and the Rams. It is our BetQL 5-star play, and the BetQL model says take the Vikings over the Rams in this game. So the Vikings on the road as a road favorite, -3 over the Rams is the 5-star play for today. So play that, take it. You still got about an hour to get that bet in. So please go and do that and make yourself a little bit of money. All right, we are joined by the second member of our program today because it's just me and her, and everybody else has the day off. It is Cricket, and Cricket. I think Bob, make me hot over here, please. Can I get hot over here, please? Can I get hot? Thank you. Can I get hot? All right.
Cricket's got tickets.
Yes.
That is never going to get old.
Cricket's got tickets.
I feel like a celebrity. Yes, it's awesome.
What do you got tickets to today?
We
Cricket?
do have we've got tickets for the home show, the Southern Arizona home show. Yes, this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can stop by the front desk at Wildcats Radio 1290, the studios. Pick up your free tickets to the Southern Arizona home show. We are located 575 West Roger Road. Mention that you heard that we have free tickets when you stop by. Front desk, regular business hours, please. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. and a maximum 4 tickets per person over the age of 18.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So, are you into chimes?
Like,
do you like chimes?
Like wind chimes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you okay?
I do. I do.
That's another thing. I was talking like I would have to, if I was going to go to the home show, I'd be buying something probably for my mother, and she just loves the chimes.
Oh, they're so nice.
Yeah. Do you have like is there a certain kind you buy, or do you the ones that kind of hang down,
like with the pipes, kind of?
Yeah.
I like those, and I bought a really expensive one for my mom a couple of years ago, and it sounds so elegant.
Really?
I never realized they could actually sound like a lovely musical instrument. You pay a little bit more for those really nice ones; they sound amazing.
When you say a little bit more, how much are we talking on that?
I think it was like $110.
Wow.
I mean, which I think you can buy. I think you can buy bigger wind chimes with bigger pipes, and they sound even more elegant. But I got it in like Tubac at one of their art shows.
Oh, okay.
And they had like 300.
They've got a lot of stuff going down there. I've never really been down there like to do any shopping, but they've got some good shopping down in Tubac, right?
They have a lot of wind chimes. If you're looking for a wind chime for your mom, let me tell you where to go.
Well, I'll have to get on the road down the I-19 and check that out for sure. All right. Cricket tomorrow will be telling you all about what is happening this weekend coming up. I know dusk is around the corner. I have to see if I can get me some more. You have to see if you can get me some tickets for that, Miss Ticket Queen.
Okay.
All right. So right now, though, she's getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the O'Reilly Chevrolet Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Collisions that are reported Congress and I-10 reported on Congress at I-10. Crash on FEMA to the east of Rosemont. A little bit of busy travel for Grant Road and Alvernon due to road work. Some more slowing Ahaway and Mission for southbound and westbound travel. About 97 is the high tomorrow, about 99 through the weekend, and at 93 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Will it make my throat feel better?
Yes, that too.
But will it taste good?
Yep, DayQuil Kids comes in your favorite flavor.
Purple?
Well, yes, it's grape.
Try new DayQuil Kids Plus Fever, the daytime coughing, aching, sore throat fever just for kids medicine. Safe for kids 6+. Use as directed.
The current federal government is actually going $1 trillion deeper in debt every 100 days. That's why thousands are turning to Goldco, a top-rated gold company, to diversify their savings with time-tested safe haven assets, physical gold and silver. Right now, not only is Goldco offering a free gold and silver kit, but on qualified purchases, they'll give you up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver. Call 855-838-GOLD. That's 855-838-GOLD. Performance may vary. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
Bingo. All right, Phil, we're recording now. And please put your phone on silent.
Oh, where is my phone?
Let's go, man. Okay. Get it together over there, player. Go ahead. Pick on me the way that you want to.
I wouldn't say that to my son.
Just go.
All right, why would people want to listen to the Sims Complete podcast?
A father-son dynamic duo talking about the game of football.
We do a lot of quarterback and coach talks. It's fun. I love doing this. It's been awesome.
Sims Complete. Check us out on the Believe Network. Appreciate it.
Just search Believe, BLEAV, wherever you listen.
Arizona football fans, your Wildcats are back in action at Arizona Stadium this Saturday for Parents Weekend as they take on the West Virginia Mountaineers. Kickoff and schedule for 4 p.m. Remaining ticket inventory is limited, so get your tickets now. Call the ticket office at 520-621-CATS. That's 520-621-CATS. Or visit ArizonaWildcats.com/FB and grab your tickets today. Bear down.
Hey homeowners, are you ready to chill out and go green? Goodfellas Air Conditioning can help. Introducing our latest lineup of energy-efficient systems featuring the new R32 refrigerant. It's cooler, greener, and better for the planet. You'll enjoy lower energy bills and a smaller carbon footprint. Not a fan of change? Goodfellas has a surplus of reliable R410 systems available. Unsure about what system you have or have questions? Give us a call for a free inspection. Goodfellas Air Conditioning, keeping it cool, keeping it green, and always keeping you comfortable.
Cheers to a great day and this ice-cold Corona.
You know what would make this day even better? My grandma's carne asada.
Or your grandma here with us, making carne asada.
She does love a cold Corona.
Throw in some dancing.
Oh, we can watch the game.
I'll drink to that.
So a backyard concert with football, food, dancing, and Corona?
And your grandma.
Or we could keep it simple.
Simple is good. Want a Corona?
Thanks. Salud to the perfect day.
Corona, la vida más fina. Get your Corona at ordercorona.com. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Import, Chicago, Illinois.
Sean Furrier here for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. There's a rumor that summer could finally be coming to an end. A big relief for us. But your car is probably still feeling the effects of the brutal summer heat. So now's the perfect time to stop by any of the 14 area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a complimentary check of your brakes, batteries, coolant levels, and wiper blades. Those are just a few of the things to help keep your car road trip ready. And when those cooler overnight temperatures finally do arrive, some of you will see your low pressure warning light come on. But don't worry, you can stop by anytime for a free tire inspection and air pressure check. And if your tire sensor really is a problem, we can fix that too. Mention this ad and get free installation and tire rebalancing with the purchase of any new tire pressure sensor. Visit jackfurriers.com for even more specials. And for fast, friendly service, you can make an appointment online, call ahead, or just drive up and find out why Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the local's favorite for tires and automotive repair. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Join David Kelly for Bear Down Fridays this Friday at Illegal Pete's on University from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. as we get ready for the Wildcats to take on West Virginia at Arizona Stadium this Saturday. Sponsored by Corona for fans of the fine life, an official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics. Economy Plumbing Service. If water goes through it or to it, we do it. 885-3510.
Cactus RV and Marine. Visit their original location on Romero north of Prince during I-10 construction or cactusrv.com.
I'm Bridget Condon with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Chiefs and Titans finalized a deal Wednesday which sends five-time Pro Bowl wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins to Kansas City for a fifth-round pick that could become a fourth-rounder for the Titans, according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa returned to practice as a limited participant Wednesday for the first time since suffering a concussion back in Week 2 and is in line to start Sunday against the Cardinals. Wide receiver Tyreek Hill had a message for fantasy owners saying, quote, "We're back, baby. Start me this week. Let's go." Panthers head coach Dave Canales announcing on Wednesday that Bryce Young will start Sunday against the Broncos. This coming a day after Andy Dalton and his family were in a car accident. Dalton sprained his thumb in that accident and says he is day-to-day. The Saints and running back Alvin Kamara agreed to a 2-year, $24.5 million contract extension that includes over $22 million guaranteed, according to NFL Network insider Mike Garafolo. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
DK on the Sports Tip on Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. Final stages of the show taking you down to 4:30 as we get set for the NFL game tonight. We're about to talk to Kelvin Efon here soon. Kelvin Efon will join us on the show, and we will get a little NFL football from him. But until we do that, we'll let you in on a little bit of what's happening tonight with that game. Let's hear from Matthew Stafford, who is going to be getting some of his pieces back. That's one of the things that the Rams have had issues with, is injuries through the early part of this season. But Cooper Kupp among Puka Nacua, the two of the best wide receivers on that team, are steadily coming back from injuries. Cooper Kupp in practice this week. Matthew Stafford, great to have him back.
You know, he's an extension of what I do out there. We spend a lot of time together. We think a lot alike, and he's able to communicate and help me out, help all the guys in the offense out. And then obviously his presence in the, just in the huddle out on the field means a lot to us as a group.
On the other side, the 5-1 Vikings come to town. Sam Darnold, having his best season in the NFL, knows that this is not going to be an easy game in Los Angeles tonight.
You know, another challenging week for us. Obviously, a great LA team. Sam just told me too. I'm excited to go home for the first time with fans in attendance. I went back in 2020, but. Just excited to play these guys. Another really great opportunity for us to go and play a really good defense, a really good team, very, very excited for this opportunity on a short week.
Did you get hit up for a lot of tickets?
I did. Yeah. People are asking for a lot of tickets, and it's been great. Yeah, it's been great.
Sam Darnold, of course, drafted out of the University of Southern California. All right, let's talk to Kelvin Efon. The captain joins us now, getting his Thursday thoughts on game week as the Wildcats get set to take on West Virginia. Kelvin, we in the media, we always like to use the term must win. And obviously this is a game that the Wildcats really do need to win, having lost 3 in a row. Do you prescribe to the term must win?
Because I feel like every game is a must-win. You only get 12, so every game really is a must-win, and every game is really 1 week at a time. So yeah, it's a must-win, but isn't every game?
Yeah, well, that's what Coach said today. Coach said every week in college football is a must-win for sure. Again, the offense has had its struggles. The defense, the injuries are starting to pile up. When you're in a situation like this where guys are just going down left and right, what's the player's mindset? Obviously, you've got young guys now that are getting that opportunity. So I'm sure there's some excitement for them. But also there's the guys that, the veterans who are seeing their best players not on the field. So they, and even Genesis Smith talked about that this week. He was like, and Dwayne Aquina mentioned it in his press conference, the play where they got beat early on that first drive, Genesis is trying to get Jack Luttrell lined up correctly, and he wasn't right at the snap. He wasn't ready at the snap, and as a result, I think it was LeJontay Wester got by him for that deep ball. So you're dealing with veteran guys who are trying to coach up young guys on the field.
Yeah, man, it's tough. Man, when you get into the injuries and everything, man, it's real tough because a lot of times you end up having to try to overcompensate where you're trying to do too much. And right there, that's doing too much because, of course, you want to help your brother right there that's next to you, but you want to make sure that you're locked in on your assignment. But again, man, when people are missing and everything, everybody starts to get a little uncomfortable. And that's why depth is so important, man. Having 2-3 guys. You see it a lot of times at some of the bigger schools, the Alabamas, Georgias, and Texas of the world, where they got 2 or 3 deep starters or whatnot, and they can just the next guy up. Well, at schools like Arizona, man, it's not quite the next guy up when you losing team captains and seniors and seniors and everything. You don't really have that type of depth as far as talent concerned to just be like, oh, just next guy. So it's a tough situation, man, and all you can do is the next guy up just got to come in, play fundamental. The coaches got to simplify the offense and the defense because you're down guys and you don't want the guys thinking too much. So you kind of got, as coaches, you got to kind of simplify it. And the players just got to go out there, man, and just go for it, man. That's it.
The captain, Kelvin Ifan, is joining us. Kelvin, I guess when you look at the opportunity to play a team that you've never played before, and you've got this game here at home, and it's going to be a much different Saturday than last week because it might be 95 degrees at game time. How did you guys deal? I mean, did you have to play in a lot of did you guys have a lot of early Saturday games maybe this time of year where it was in the 90s, and how did you guys deal with that? Because this is the first time. I mean, I know they've practiced in it, but this is the first time you're actually going to have to go out and play in it.
Well, that's what they always say. You practice like you play. And I always was upset that we practice at 3 o'clock. Sometimes and it's hot and I'm like, okay, so we're practicing at this time and all our games are at night.
Right.
No, I thought it was an advantage anytime that we played in the daytime. A lot of times it seemed like the other team got the shaded side. Got the shaded side of the field, so I didn't quite understand that, right? But I understood because they were saying our fans, want to be over there more comfortable over on that side, the younger fans on our side. So I guess I could deal with that. But, yeah, man, I think that anytime that you can get a team like West Virginia that's used to cold weather, it's a little chilly over there on the East Coast right now, and you can get them in this type of weather, it's to your advantage. So, yeah, man, I wish we played more games when it was a little hotter. Now, I know, again, we won't have all our fans. It's tough to get them there at night. So, if we had earlier games in the sun, it'd be real rough.
A few minutes more with the captain, Kelvin Ifan, as we lead you into NFL football here at the bottom of the hour. Kelvin, basketball game this past Monday. I saw a lot of guys that could shoot. I saw Trey Townsend, who we didn't know was a shooter, who could shoot the ball. We kind of knew Anthony Del Orso had the ability to shoot the ball. Henry Vasar is back. He can shoot the ball. Carter Bryant's pulling up from 3. They might have some guys that can shoot the ball. And I thought it was interesting when Brian said earlier to take the pressure off Caleb Love having to maybe be that distance guy night in and night out.
Yeah, anytime that you have a team that can knock shots down and spread the court out and give guys more opportunities to get to the rim in one-on-one situations, and you can't double from the perimeter and double down and inside and leave a guy open outside because he has the threat of knocking down a 3. I love that. But to me, I think the threat is more about being able to get to the rack. I mean, the threes are fine, but you're not going to win championships on 3-pointers. You're going to win because you are aggressive in the paint, rebounding and scoring off rebound putbacks and scoring in the paint, forcing the other team to get in foul trouble. I love that ability to knock the 3 down. It does help in situations. It does help, period, because it spaces out the floor. But at the end of the day, the team that make the most layups are going to win.
Yeah, we saw some inside presence there from the new guy, Toby Owaka from Tennessee, and obviously they got to the line 35 times in that game, so that's something you want to see, and I love seeing that from Jaden who got to the line 8 times from the point guard. That's going to be something I think important moving forward. Kelvin, we'll see you on the mall 11:30 on. Well, actually, we won't see you on the mall because you've got a game. What's going on? Real quick in 15 seconds. Tell me what we got Saturday on the Little League side.
Falcons playing against the Cardinals, 12 o'clock, Palo Verde, first round, I guess semifinals of the playoffs, and then the championship next week. So excited, get ready to play.
All right, we'll look forward to that. Kelvin, thank you. We'll talk to you Saturday night after the game.
Yes, sir. Brad out.
Kelvin Ifan, and that's going to wrap up our coverage. Thanks to Kelvin for joining us. Thanks to Alexia Carranza. Thanks to Brian Jeffries. Coming up next, the National Football League, Thursday night football here in America. It's the Minnesota Vikings, 5-1, taking on the Los Angeles Rams, 2-4. For Audio Bob, for Cricket, and for Priscilla, my name is David Kelly. That's our time for tonight. Thank you very much for your time. We'll talk to you tomorrow, 3 o'clock, DK on the Sports Tip, Wildcats Radio.
Goes to the quarterback. Goff takes the handoff, then gives the end around to St. Brown, and then throws in the end zone. Caught by Goff at the goal line. Near side. Touchdown Detroit. The wide receiver just